What's up everyone, it's Joe. And today I want to talk a little bit about how to train on the ketogenic diet. But before that I'm gonna devour this huge meal. It's my first one today, but don't worry, I'm gonna talk about this later because I do also intermittent fasting. Basically I have here grounded beef, beef sausage, and lettuce. Normally I add cauliflower, but I don't have it today. Ah, it's a pity, but it's okay. So I'm gonna eat this and come back later to talk to you about how to train on a ketogenic diet. Peace.
24 hours later.
Believe it or not, but it's true. Between last scene and this one, it is really 24 hours. Because actually yesterday I got caught with work and I couldn't keep recording videos, so I was very tired after a long day of work and after the gym, all that stuff, and I had to wake up early the next day, I mean today. So I decided to do it the next day. So here we are, we're gonna talk about how to train on the ketogenic diet. I was going to do like the previous video in which I did the joke of how to train on the ketogenic diet. You just go to the gym and train and do the ending of that silly bunny, but I thought if I do it again it's gonna be very bad, or it's gonna be boring, because to be honest with you, there is nothing specific about training on the ketogenic diet. You just have to go to the gym, you just have to hit every body parts. It depends on your goals, of course. If you are willing to lose weight, you're gonna do high volume, low intensity. If you are trying to gain muscles, or if you are trying to make strength gains, you're gonna focus on low volume but high intensity, or high weights, I mean. And at the end of the day, the best way to train is to train. You just have to do whatever that suits your level, that suits your lifestyle, that suits your schedule, for example. Just don't try to find something magical, something that is going to work for everyone, because such thing doesn't exist. You just have to try and test to find something that is working for you, and just don't count on someone else to give you some secrets or some sort of shortcut or some magical, I don't know, whatever thing to achieve your goals. I know that this is too general and may seem a cliche, but this is the truth. And I also know that this has nothing to do with the keto. I know also what kind of questions is going on your mind, and I also know that the bro is going to ask this question.
But when you are on keto diet, you don't have glucose, you don't have glycogen, so how can you train? How can you have energy?
That is actually a good question. But actually what most people don't know is that the glycogen level, reserve, is very limited to a certain amount. This amount, I think, is on average 500 grams. Now we know that the ketogenic diet will switch your fuel source from the glucose to ketones, and we know also that ketones are created from fatty acids, either from the fat you eat or from the fat you have stored in your body. So we're gonna take someone who is not on a ketogenic diet with 500 grams of stored glucose. If we want to transform this amount to energy, it will give us 2000. Why? Because 1 gram of sugar, which is carbs, will give you 4 calories. So now, to make the comparison, we're gonna take someone, a top athlete, an elite athlete, someone with for example, just 10% of body. So I will take myself as an example. Of course, I am not an elite athlete, I am not 10% body fat. It is just because I know how to transform my weight from pound to kilos, because that will help us do the math. So I am 170 pounds, which is equal to 77 kilos. So if I were 10% body fat, the weight of my body fat would be 7.7 kilos, not grams, it's kilograms. Of course, the body cannot use all of it as energy because at a certain point it will change to other sources of energy because the fat is very important for the survival. Let's say your body can use only half of it as energy, so it will be 3.3 kilograms. If we're gonna switch it to grams, it will give 3,300 grams. So now we all know that 1 gram of fat will give 9 calories. So we have to multiply 3,300 by 9 to get the true amount of energy you can use, which is 29,000 calories. That is really a big amount. So on a nutshell, someone on ketosis has 40 times more energy than someone on carbs or on glucose. That is really too much math for me. I need a break. I hated math in school. You came here for technical stuff, for how to train, for which exercise to do, and not for math. I had to clear this out because most people think that when they will switch to ketones as the fuel, they will lose energy. They will start feeling bad. This is very wrong because it is completely the opposite. You will have more energy, you will feel very good. But of course, I am not talking about the first week of keto diet, the adaptation phase. During that week, you're gonna feel like shit. I am sorry for the word, but that is the truth. It's very bad, it's very hard. You have to go through it. Everyone has to do. Maybe some people don't get it. So now let's get back to our subject, which is how to train on the ketogenic diets. I know that most people are doing the ketogenic diet to lose weight, but you have to know that with the ketogenic diets, as any other diets, you can lose weight, you can gain strength, you can also gain muscles, but that is another story. I know also that most people think that losing weight equals cardio. That is wrong, because you cannot just focus on cardio and expect to lose weight. Of course, cardio is important. Of course, you have to do it. Of course, it will help you get a better shape, but that is not the only thing you should do. The other thing you should do is you have to lift some heavy weight. As a matter of fact, 5 sets of deadlift will burn as much energy as 15 minutes on the treadmill. So you must also focus on the big lifts because they burn a lot of calories. They will help you lose more weight, they will help you build strength, they will help you gain muscles, which is very important because the more muscles you have, the more likely you can lose weight. My personal favorite lifts are deadlifts, squats, bench press, and the military press. Your training split has to be around these lifts because not only they will help you lose weight, but they will also help you gain strength, thus gain more muscles if that is your goal. If you are just starting, you can do the normal split or what we call the bro split. It is a very easy and simple split to understand and to do. As a matter of fact, I will let the bro explain this split to you.
Yes, I know the bro split. I've been doing the bro split for 10 years, and this year I started having some muscles. The first day I do chest and biceps. Why? Because Monday is International Chest Day. Second day I do back and triceps. The third day I do shoulders and abs because I want 6-pack. Yeah. The last day I do legs. Why? Because I always skip legs. I let them to the end because I always tell myself, oh, you have trained 3 times this week. You are tired. You don't have to train legs. You can do them the next week. And the next week, it's Monday, so I train chest. So exactly, I never train legs. That's interesting.
As you can see, it's a very simple and a very easy split to follow and to understand. For beginners, it may be the best one, but if you are more an intermediate, it is not really very optimal. Why? Simply because it allows you to hit every body part only once per week, which is not optimal. To optimize muscle gains and strength gains, you need at least to hit every body part twice per week. This is why there is another split which I love the most. It is better than the bro split, and it is also easier to do. It is a 3-day split, and 3 days means you have more other days during the week in which you can do other stuff. If, for example, if you are very busy, and if not, it will allow you to have more days in which you can rinse and repeat, as we say. So by doing that, you are optimizing your performance, your gains, your weight loss and everything. This split is called push-pull legs. It is very simple. Day 1, you do push exercise. You do all the muscles that you are using during a push. For example, when you push, you are using chest, triceps and front delts. The second one is the opposite. You are training all the body parts that you are using when you pull, which means when you pull, you are using your lats back, you are using your back delts, and you are using your biceps. For legs, there is nothing to explain there. You are just training your legs and calves. You can add also your abs, for example. So if, like me, you want to repeat, you will have to train 6 days. If your gym doesn't open on Sunday, like me, which is a pity, you will have to train 6 days on a row without stop. Please save me. But what most people do, especially in US, where most gyms open on Sundays, they train 3 days, they rest 1 day, then they train 3 days, they rest 1 day, and so on. Now you may ask when to do cardio. Cardio, you can do it whenever you want. Peace.
And that's the end.
So this time is truly the end of the video, so I hope you'll like it. If you have some questions, please write to me on the comments below. Like the video, share it if you think it's worth sharing. Please subscribe to my channel and all that stuff. Peace.